Howdy y'all, it's your favorite trainer in the belt buckle. Today we're going to help you go through the assessment. Dang it, I forgot to take this off. I just did a little test on NASM. We can help anyone pass NASM, but if you want to be a great trainer, you got to show up. It's 2020, y'all. Doing it like a robot, like NASM's going to have you do it, not going to help you be successful. 80% of trainers quit within the first year. 80%, not you, because you're smart. And we're going to help you go through the assessment. So what you need to do, be at your desk, look the part, hat on if you like, polo. I'm not in a dental floss tee. I'm showing up early, at least 30 minutes. I'm going to go through what tools you need, how to have that conversation, how to sell. All right? Get a book. First thing, be sitting at your desk 30 minutes before the assessment begins. If you're meeting a client at 5 o'clock, yes, get there at 4:30. You're setting the expectations for what the future is going to be like. If your assessment is at 5 a.m. and you're getting here at 4:57, you're going to be rushed. You may have to go poop. You may have to go pee. You're just flustered. You're all over the place. Your client's going to sense that. I can't tell you how many times I've had conversations with clients about books. And what that did is they brought their guard down. And it showed them that I'm not your typical meathead. So I'm sitting here, a lot of times with classical music too, because I'm old now. I'm reading my book, client comes in 5-10 minutes early. Hey, you must be Jessica. Get up. How's it going? 2019, I probably would have shook their hand. I'm gonna see how they're doing today because with the current pandemic, everything that's going on, you don't wanna make your client feel uncomfortable. All right, so have a mask there. Be ready to change. You need to change. And if you're doing the same shit you were doing a year ago or other people were doing a year ago, your clients aren't going to be comfortable. It's all about them. So you need to be ready. And your environment needs to be beyond clean. All right? And set clear expectations when they come in. I'm going to have my mask on. Hey, Jessica, how's it going? I'm going to put my chair over there. I'm going to have a good distance between us. Would you feel more comfortable if I had my mask on during this assessment? If they say no, that's fine. If they say yes, keep it on, I'm going to keep it on. Because it's all about my client. As the assessment is, it's about them. Set clear expectations. So today what we're going to do, I'm going to talk a little bit more about your goals. We're going to fill out this assessment. Learn about your medical history. I think we should talk about any injuries. And then we're going to talk about your specific fitness goals, what you've tried in the past, any questions you have around food and dieting. I'm going to do some basic testing, blood pressure, some measurements, and those are important because it sets the expectations for 6 months from now. When we're training together and you reflect back, wow, I used to have a blood pressure of X and now it's Y. We like to focus on bigger things than just the scale. And then we're going to go through a little demo of what training's like. So notice what I did there. First thing is I planted a seed in her head that we're going to be training 6 months from now. That's part of the psychology of the assessment. 1, look good, smile, coffee breath, have some gum. I love my coffee, I'm going to be drinking it. I'm going to get all fired up, but I don't want my client to be uncomfortable. I'm going to look the part, I'm going to be reading, I'm on time, I'm very punctual, set clear expectations. Have your client fill this out. Now some people will do it online, that's fine. You're going to have it when they sit down and show them where their bathroom is, if they need to need water, where they can put their stuff, make them feel comfortable. So now we're going to go over this and we're going to talk about your medical history. I like to know how they found out about us. How'd you come across us? Oh, a friend. Oh, I love that one. Referrals are the best. I walked by. Oh, cool. Saw you on Instagram, saw you online. That's data. I'm always gathering data because I want to know where maybe I can market more or put myself or make ourselves more available. Find out about their occupation. Why? It doesn't mean I'm going to change my approach, but maybe a retail worker is a little different than a lawyer, than a teacher, than a doctor. This is just data that I'm gathering. We're going to go through medical history, the coronary artery disease risk stratification, any problems with the heart. So do you have diabetes? Do you have any heart complications? Do you have a heart murmur, high blood pressure, that stuff? Now my client's in pretty good shape. These are tools. You do not have to use them. If I have a client that comes in, let's say it's a bikini competitor, and she's 22 years old, and her goal is to grow her glutes. Do I need to go and do calipers? Do I need to do blood pressure? That's your call. I like to do this stuff because it makes the client feel comfortable about my education. I don't like these. I think those are stupid, personally. Calipers, setting off in a real uncomfortable situation, especially for the clients that are overweight to obese. go through medical history. I'm going to have some questions on here about what brings you in, what are some of your goals, open-ended questions. What have you tried in the past? Have you worked with a trainer or a RD before? What are your sources of stress? How many hours of sleep do you get? I focus on that stuff because those are the big blocks. That's really what's going to help you the client be successful, because let's be honest, it's 2020, and if you had to bet two things are going to get you in the best shape of your life, two things. It's going to be showing up very consistently exercising, which is moving more, and consistently eating better, which is intake. So output, input. That's what it is. It's 2020. That's what we know, but there's so much information. It's hormones! Hormones! It's all about hormones. No, it's a diet. Get this diet. People are just scared. And so subconsciously they know. I know that they know, but there's something off right there. So it's my job to ask questions, be friendly, smile, let them talk, let them vent. They probably haven't vented before. I'm sitting here, if they even say something like, in 2008 I had shoulder surgery. Oh, okay, great. What did you have? Rotator cuff, deltoid what? Rotator cuff, you know which one it was? Supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres minor, subscap. I always name those off. Well, I didn't know there was 4. I thought it was just 1. I thought it was a cup. No, there's 4 muscles there. Some bring you in, some bring you out. My client is now trusting me because I'm not a meathead. Sitting there, let me show you bench press, come on. Intimidating him, no. I'm here adding value by listening and asking great questions about what their goals are, because they're frustrated and they're confused. I'm going to find out about what their long-term goals are. And during this, I'm going to kind of get a sense of where my client's at. If they're kind of happy and giggly, I'm going to be a little more happy and giggly and play with that. I'm not going to get like flirty and appropriately, but I'm going to have fun with my client to make them feel comfortable. If I'm just sitting here, when was the last time you worked out? Interesting. Your posture looks like you're sitting down a little bit. We need to work on your upper traps. We need to formulate that. You have dysfunction. You're going to have shoulder pain. You're going to die soon because your knee valgus. Your client's like, shit, what's going on? I'm already screwed up, and now I'm coming here and this asshole's telling me that this is wrong. It's about personality, making them feel comfortable. They're buying you. That's what the long-term relationship is. This stuff is all important, but it's how you set yourself up with the service and professionalism aspect. I'm going to gather some data. We're going to do blood pressure. If it's like 140/90, that's hypertension. I'm not just going to say, you have hypertension, you're going to die. No, I'm going to ask some questions. Talk to me more about your morning. Typically, we like our blood pressure to be around 120/80. You're a little elevated at 140/90. Is this the first time you've heard about that? My blood pressure is always great. Okay, no biggie then. What we're going to do is go through the rest of this. I'm going to check it again in 5 or 10 minutes. Let's work on some diaphragmatic breathing. Breathe through your stomach. Let's relax. Let's pretend like we're on the beach. Dolphins swimming around, nice sun, good environment. Let's just calm you down a little bit and check it out. Now, if it's like a 160/100, when was the last time you went to the doctor? I don't believe in doctors. Doctors suck. I'm not going there. I don't feel comfortable training. I'm going to talk to them about the importance of high blood pressure and why it's called the silent killer. And the last thing I want is to take you through a workout, beat the shit out of you on battle ropes, whatever people are doing today, and you have a heart attack. I can put on my resume, I've trained 30,000 people, only 1 died. No, I don't want that. I'm looking out for your best interests. And Mr. Jones, Mrs. Jones, I feel it's best for you to go see a doctor, probably today or tomorrow, because that's pretty darn high blood pressure. Especially with a resting heart rate greater than 100, I'm not messing with that. Now, if your client came in and they're like, whoa! I want to go through a workout. And they took some pre-workout, crack, whatever they're doing today with the pre-workout stuff. There's probably like a crack pre-workout, who knows? And so they're all fired up. That's why it's elevated. So use your head. I like the grip strength. This is one of the tests that I'm going to do. I will do blood pressure. I will do measurements if my client's comfortable. I'll always ask. I'm going to do some measurements as long as you're comfortable with that. If you're in a small space, make sure to leave a door open. It's all about professionalism. All right, and if you haven't done these before, practice on at least 15, 20 people, just so you're comfortable. You don't want to be doing a measurement shaking. And then it's just about going through, getting this data, blood pressure, body fat. If my client is overweight, which a lot of your clients are going to be, or obese, I don't need to highlight that they're overweight to obese. Yeah, your BMI was 40. Shit, that's crazy. You're fat, like really fat. And we can't, no, it's like, okay, your BMI is 40. Where we want to be is less than 30 and 25, but this isn't an end-all be-all. What's really neat to see is the more that you show up, the more that you train, the more consistently you go through workouts, and you stick to little things that we tell you, like drink more water and get your steps in. 6 months from now when you reflect back, like, wow, Chris is a badass trainer. I got down to 28, 27. That's what's really important. And studies have shown just by dropping like 5 points on a BMI or 3 to 5% body fat, you're already benefiting significantly. So this is just like one thing that we're going to look at. There's a lot of other things. You may need medical clearance. My client has diabetes, if they've had a history of coronary artery disease, if they have peripheral artery disease, if they have any signs or symptoms of a heart attack that I don't feel comfortable with. Or stuff when it comes from an injury standpoint, use it as an opportunity to refer out. We work with a great team of physical therapists and RDs. So if a client comes in and they want a food log designed for 30 days, referral. If my client comes in and they tell me that they've had some shoulder problems, I say, well, put your hands above your head. Okay, well that's not good at all. And I'm not a witch doctor. I didn't go to physical therapy school. I'm gonna make a referral. I'm going to suggest you meet with them. We can do some screens, maybe do some simple little exercising, but I want that to get checked out because I'm looking out for your best interest. And if you look them at the eye and you tell them that, they're not going to get mad. I'm fine, I can do a workout. I know a lot, but I'm really most prideful of my environment, and then I have the right people that can really help you. And it's like a boat sinking when the captain's saying, go harder, go harder. It's not the best thing. Sure, I can take you through a workout and you'll probably be fine. But what I really want is just to take a little sidestep, and then we're going to be able to really go forward 5 or 6. Because if we keep on pushing this right now, maybe we go another step or 2, but then you break, and then you're back for 3, 4, 5 months, and you can't train anymore. That's what I don't want. I'm looking out for your best interest. So I'm going to do all this, and then I'm going to do some patterns. If my client wants a big ass, I'm going to go do a bridge or a hip thrust. If they want to get better at squatting, I'll squat. Generally for my girls, I'm going to do some type of bridge or a hip thrust and a squat and a unilateral. Those are the 3 patterns I'm going to focus on. For a guy, I'm going to do a push, a pull, and some accessory. Whatever they like to do, I'm going to show them something they've never done before. I want to get jacked arms. I'm not cocky, but I get clients who say, I want arms like yours. Great, that's going to take a lot of hard work and some steroids. No, just joking. I always try to make them laugh. But let me show you some stuff. I'm going to show you, I forget the name of these, whatever they're called, a Zotman curl. Oh, whoa, never done that before. Or maybe it's just as simple as hold one arm isometrically and crank out a bunch of reps. And at the end, hold isometrically, I'm going to push down, add that value. I'm going to show that in the workout portion. Now, if you work at a corporate gym, it's different. Because they're going to have you do all this as one, do your movement screen, your FMS, whatever, and then they're going to bring you back for a workout. Now, I don't like doing that because I've been doing this for a while. I give myself 90 minutes for the assessment, so that's important to remember. If you have a client at 5 a.m., don't schedule your next one until 7, because if you try to rush it, your client's going to know. I'm going to go through the patterns. I'm going to show them like 3 to 4 exercises. Depending on my time, I'm going to maybe do like 1 real circuit. And then we're going to come back down and sit down. And I set the expectations very clear in the beginning. Today, it's an assessment. We're going to do this. It's a demo of training. 1 workout doesn't change your physique. Just like $1 doesn't make you rich. How did Warren Buffett accumulate billions of dollars? If you didn't know, he got his first billion like in his 40s or 50s. It takes time. The same thing goes with so that's where you got to relate to your client. They're a lawyer. Okay, would it be realistic for me to pass the bar in a day? A week? A month? 3 months? 6 months? No. So I got to invest some time. So that we understand that, but when it comes to fitness, we want it in a week. We want this workout to change my body. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and notice my ass is big. No, it doesn't happen like that. So it's about the conversation that you have. That's what's going to make you successful. If you just use this stuff to make your clients feel bad, let's do overhead squat. Stupid. Oh, you have dysfunction. Wrong. You need this because you're going to be in pain. Oh, you're just screwing yourself up. Oh, I'm going to do high intense battle ropes, burpees, jump, blah, blah, blah. High intense, Orange Theory. All right. Well, there's always someone that can take you through a more challenging workout. I'm the first to tell you. My clients come in, I want a hard workout. You came to the wrong place because I'm not going to take you through the ringer. I'm not. I don't want to play that game because what you're going to do is you're going to base everything off of this workout, so I got to beat you next time. Like in basketball, for example. Do you always want to score more points in the last game? No. You want to beat the team you're playing. So sometimes it may be 80 points if they're scoring 78. Sometimes it may be 150 if they're scoring 148. It depends on the environment. How many times have you taken this high-intense diet approach in your life? I love asking that question, right? Stumps. Oh shit, good question. That's what I always do. And how happy would you say you are with your current physique? That's what I'm here. I want to get in great shape ever. So if we do the same thing over and over again, what's that the definition of? Insanity. Depending on my client, I like saying this, panic or it's batshit crazy. They'll kind of laugh. Again, if it's like a granny and they doesn't like cussing, don't cuss. You're a chameleon. Go off of them. Shadow them. All right, so this one workout, the most and the best that you can get from it is the education. I'm going to show you little tweaks on your push-up and a pull-up, and they're going to be wowed by that. The intensity, I always like to take my clients to the super, super lowest intense thing in the world. And it always wows trainers around me because they're like, that trainer didn't do anything. And you just really talk to them when they signed up. Yeah, of course, because I'm confident. I've been in this for a long time. And I know one workout isn't going to change my client's physique. And I'm confident. It's about helping Nick. I talk about that in my book. So these are good tools to have. You will learn what to implement. Make sure to have them sign the waiver at the end. The waiver is going to make sure that everything is okay, especially with the COVID-19 that's out there. You want to make sure it's all updated. Lawsuits, cover your ass. Have your insurance as an independent contractor. Now it's time to talk about money. All right, so when you talk about money, we got Professor Gaines. He's our sales guy, and he's great at it. But I'm not bad as well. I can handle my own, but it's from the confidence of everything that I'm doing. So when we transition into the sales aspect, I tell my clients in the beginning, we will talk about packages at the end. So now, let's pretend like it's back to Jessica, I think that's what we call her. So she wants to lose 20 pounds. She wants to grow her glutes, she wants a flat tummy. During the assessment out there, and I'm moving around, I'm doing her hip thrusts, her bridges, her step-ups, I'll do an isolation exercise, an ab exercise to make her feel it, because your client's going to base it off of sweat and feeling it. DOMs the next day. Well, I'll play that game. I'll get them to do it. I'll show them a new exercise, but I'm really selling them on my personality, making it fun and enjoyable. Breath doesn't smell bad. I don't have BO. I look the part. I'm fun to be around. I'm putting their guard down. So they're thinking, I want to be with this person. And so at the end of all of this, I'm going to sit them down. I'm going to talk to them about their goals, and I'm going to say, all right, so how many days a week do you want to train? I put it on them. And more times than not, they're going to put it back on me and say, well, what do you suggest? I suggest 6 days a week. And I say that without flinching. Set the bar here. A lot of times, okay, that's great. How much is it? Well, it depends if you want to go for a shorter package or a longer package. I'm going to suggest you go for 72, and that's going to be this amount. How do you like to pay for it? Look them straight in the eyes and don't talk anymore. Like you go to a doctor and you need a root canal. You know what? I want to go for the cheaper package. And what I really want is to kind of make it the simplest way. Yeah. When you go to a nice restaurant, I want the shittiest food that you have. Okay, and no. You're the professional. What's going to get them in the best shape? Training with you or by themselves? People overestimate how hard they work out. We know what we're doing. So I always present the high one and then I'll back down. So I can't do 6, I can do 4. Great, 4 days a week. What times work best for you? Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 9 a.m. Great, let's put you in there. This is how much it's going to cost. I've written it out. How would you like to pay for it? We do cash, we can do credit, you can do that. Or a little cash, credit, or check. Boom, good. All right, there we go. Get them to sign a little waiver. Here's our cancellation policy. So I need 24 hours notice before you cancel. So say it's 7 o'clock in the morning. If you can't make it, send me a text the night before and it's gonna be all right. But if I don't get to train you that hour, I'm missing out. And that's how I get paid. So I just want you to be real aware that when you cancel a session, I'm missing out on that hour. So just make sure you understand it and really communicate that with your client. Have them sign that waiver. You get their phone number, send them a receipt, and then you confirm with them the night before the next assessment. And that's how you do it. This client is going to get amazing results. Every month, retest. Do blood pressure, do strength, do the things that you did part of this assessment, and you're just going to make a better assessment. Go to Equinox and Crunch and Lifetime and 24, and you gather what you feel is best. You got to have a part Q. You got to have some meat in there, asking good open-ended questions. Have part of the stuff that you're going to take them through. Have some good testing tools, and then show them some value with education, and then get a referral from them. And that's what great trainers can do. So this is the assessment. You guys are great. Keep on showing up. Follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Send me a DM on Instagram. Let us know what you think about this. I'd love to help you. If you need to pass NASM or get recertified, don't do it. Or if you need more certifications, don't do it. But we can help you guys. If you have any friends that want to become a trainer, Show Up Fitness, San Diego, Los Angeles, have a great day.